What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and the life you want is not your circumstances, skills, or resources, but your own self-doubt? The ancient Stoics believed that the battle for confidence starts and ends within your mind. Stick around, because today we'll explore the timeless wisdom of Stoicism to help you overcome self-doubt, step by step. But before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support means everything to us as we grow on this journey together. And trust me, you want to watch until the end. It might just change your perspective forever. Number 1, understanding self-doubt. Self-doubt is not a modern issue. Even in ancient times, people struggled with feelings of inadequacy and uncertainty. The Stoics taught that these feelings arise when we focus on what is outside our control. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." For example, imagine you're preparing for a big presentation. Instead of fixating on how your audience will react, something beyond your control, the Stoic approach advises focusing on what you can control, your preparation and delivery. This shift helps eliminate the fear of external judgment. The first step to overcoming self-doubt is acknowledging it for what it is: a misalignment of your focus. Seneca believed that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. By identifying the false narratives your mind creates, you can begin to dismantle them. To do this, keep a journal of your self-doubts and counter them with rational arguments. If you think, "I'm not good enough," write down why that's not true. This habit turns self-doubt into an opportunity for self-reflection and growth. In the Stoic view, every challenge is a chance to strengthen your mind. So, rather than seeing self-doubt as a weakness, see it as your training ground for resilience. Number 2, focus on the present moment. One of the most effective ways to overcome self-doubt is to anchor yourself in the present. Self-doubt often stems from worrying about the future or regretting the past, both of which are beyond your control. Epictetus famously said, "How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself?" Consider the example of an athlete training for a competition. If they obsess over past failures or potential outcomes, they're likely to underperform. Instead, focusing on the task at hand, each step, each rep ensures progress and excellence. To apply this in your life, practice mindfulness. When self-doubt creeps in, pause and ground yourself in the present moment. Focus on your breathing or the task in front of you. This creates a mental space where self-doubt cannot thrive. Meditation is another powerful tool. Even 5 minutes a day of focusing on your breath can help you build a stronger connection to the present. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to stay calm and confident. Stoicism reminds us that the present is the only time we truly have. By mastering the art of living in the now, you diminish the power of self-doubt over your thoughts and actions. Number 3, the role of self-discipline. Self-doubt often thrives in the absence of discipline. The Stoics believe that confidence comes not from external validation, but from consistent action. "If you wish to be a writer, write," said Epictetus. The same principle applies to any skill or goal. Think of someone learning to play the piano. At first, they'll struggle and doubt their abilities. But by practicing every day, they build not only skill, but also confidence. Each small achievement silences self-doubt a little more. You can apply this principle by setting small, achievable goals and sticking to them. For example, if you doubt your ability to exercise regularly, commit to just 5 minutes a day. Over time, these small wins accumulate and transform your self-image. Discipline also strengthens your willpower. The more you act despite your doubts, the weaker those doubts become. This is why the Stoics emphasized action over words. They understood that confidence is a byproduct of consistency. Remember, self-doubt feeds on inaction. By cultivating discipline, you starve your doubts and nourish your confidence. Number 4. Reframing failure as feedback. One of the biggest sources of self-doubt is the fear of failure. But what if failure wasn't something to fear, but a necessary part of growth? The Stoics believe that failure is a teacher, not a verdict. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset aligns perfectly with Stoicism. Every setback is an opportunity to learn and improve. If you're struggling with self-doubt because of past failures, try reframing those experiences. Instead of seeing them as evidence of inadequacy, view them as stepping stones to success. What did you learn? How can you improve? The Stoics also practice premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. By imagining potential obstacles and failures in advance, they were better prepared to face them. This practice can help you see failure as a natural and manageable part of life. Ultimately, confidence grows when you stop fearing failure and start embracing it as a tool for growth. The more you fail, the closer you get to success. Number 5. Surround yourself with positive influences. The Stoics understood the power of community in shaping our thoughts and beliefs. Marcus Aurelius warned, "Your mind will take the shape of what you frequently hold in thought." This includes the people you surround yourself with. Imagine a person trying to overcome self-doubt while constantly being around negative, unsupportive individuals. Their doubts are likely to deepen. On the other hand, being around people who uplift and encourage you creates an environment where confidence can thrive. Seek out mentors, friends, or even books that inspire you. For instance, reading Stoic texts like Meditations or modern self-improvement books can provide guidance and reassurance. At the same time, distance yourself from sources of negativity. If social media or certain relationships trigger self-doubt, consider setting boundaries or stepping away. Building a supportive network doesn't just boost your confidence, it also keeps you accountable to your goals. The Stoics believe that we rise together, not alone. Number 6. Practice the dichotomy of control. The cornerstone of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. The idea that we should focus only on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. This principle is incredibly effective in combating self-doubt because much of our uncertainty stems from worrying about things beyond our influence. For example, let's say you're interviewing for a job. While you can prepare thoroughly and present yourself well, you cannot control the interviewer's biases or the competition. By fixating on these uncontrollable factors, self-doubt begins to creep in. The Stoic approach, however, is to give your best effort and accept the outcome with equanimity. To apply this, make a list of things you can and cannot control in a given situation. When doubts arise, focus only on the aspects within your sphere of influence. This mental clarity reduces anxiety and strengthens your confidence in what you can do. Another way to practice this is through daily affirmations. Remind yourself, "I will do my best with what I can control and let go of the rest." Over time, this mindset becomes second nature, replacing self-doubt with peace of mind. Ultimately, the dichotomy of control empowers you to act decisively, knowing that your effort is what truly matters. Number 7, the power of self-talk and inner dialogue. The way we talk to ourselves shapes our reality. Self-doubt often arises from negative inner dialogue, those small, insidious thoughts that tell us we're not good enough. The Stoics understood this and encouraged cultivating a rational and constructive inner voice. Epictetus taught that it's not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them. For instance, if you make a mistake during a presentation, your self-doubt might say, "I'm terrible at this." A Stoic would counter this with, "I made a mistake, but I've learned for next time." To improve your self-talk, start by observing your thoughts without judgment. When negative thoughts appear, question their validity. Are they based on facts or just fears? Replace irrational statements with realistic and empowering ones. Journaling can also help you reframe your inner dialogue. Write down your doubts, then write responses to them as if you were advising a friend. This exercise helps you step outside your emotions and view the situation more objectively. Over time, positive self-talk becomes a habit, and as your inner voice shifts, so does your perception of yourself, leaving less room for doubt to take hold. Number 8, accepting imperfection as part of the journey. Perfectionism and self-doubt often go hand in hand. The fear of not being perfect can paralyze you and prevent you from taking action. The Stoics, however, embraced imperfection as an inherent part of being human. Consider the example of a writer hesitant to share their work because it's not good enough. The Stoic approach would be to focus on progress rather than perfection. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do what nature demands. Get right to it, if it's in your power, and don't look back." In other words, take action without obsessing over flawless results. To apply this, set realistic expectations for yourself. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for improvement. Celebrate small wins along the way, even if the outcome isn't ideal. This builds momentum and diminishes the grip of self-doubt. Another helpful practice is to remind yourself that failure and imperfection are universal. Even the greatest minds in history made mistakes. Thomas Edison failed countless times before inventing the light bulb. By accepting imperfection, you free yourself to act and grow. In the end, overcoming self-doubt isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, trying, and learning. Number 9, cultivating gratitude. Gratitude might not seem like an obvious antidote to self-doubt, but it's a powerful tool for shifting your mindset. When you focus on what you're grateful for, it's harder to dwell on feelings of inadequacy. The Stoics often reflected on the blessings in their lives as a way to ground themselves in perspective. For example, imagine you're doubting your abilities at work. Instead of fixating on what you lack, take a moment to reflect on what you've accomplished. Maybe you've built strong relationships with colleagues or successfully completed past projects. Gratitude for these achievements reminds you of your strengths. A daily gratitude practice can help reinforce this mindset. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day, no matter how small. Over time, this simple habit rewires your brain to focus on abundance rather than lack. Gratitude also shifts your focus outward. By appreciating the people and opportunities in your life, you become less consumed by self-doubt. This aligns with the Stoic idea of recognizing the interconnectedness of all things. In practicing gratitude, you not only build confidence, but also cultivate a sense of contentment that leaves little room for self-doubt to grow. Number 10, using visualization to build confidence. Visualization is a powerful Stoic technique for overcoming self-doubt. The Stoics often practice premeditatio malorum, imagining challenges or setbacks in advance to prepare their minds. This form of visualization can also be used to build confidence by rehearsing success. For instance, if you're nervous about a public speech, visualize yourself delivering it confidently and receiving positive feedback. Picture the details, your posture, tone of voice, and the audience's reaction. This mental rehearsal reduces anxiety and helps you approach the situation with a sense of familiarity. Athletes frequently use visualization to enhance their performance, and the same principle applies to any goal. By repeatedly imagining yourself succeeding, you strengthen your belief in your abilities. To make this practice even more effective, combine it with affirmations. As you visualize, repeat positive statements like, "I am capable of handling this challenge." This reinforces your confidence on both a conscious and subconscious level. Visualization is not about wishful thinking. It's about mentally preparing yourself to take action. When you've already seen yourself succeed in your mind, self-doubt loses its power in the real world. Self-doubt is a universal struggle, but it doesn't have to define you. By embracing Stoic practices like focusing on what you can control, reframing failure, improving self-talk, and cultivating gratitude, you can transform your mindset and build lasting confidence. Visualization and the acceptance of imperfection further empower you to take action without fear. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from these timeless lessons. Let's continue growing together on this journey of stoicism and self-improvement. See you in the next video.